Hi, my name is Heather. I'm 24 years old. I've been serving the Lord now for about 6 years. Prior to coming to the Lord, I used to live in Michigan at one time, and the Lord brought me here to Home Ministries, set me free. Since I was about 16 or 17 years old, I was in and out of mental hospitals due to depression, suicidal thoughts, trying to commit suicide. I was very self-abusive, would hurt myself, slam my head up against things, just anything that was kind of like coming out at the time. I believe it was what was going on inside of my heart, trying to come out in an outward manifestation of it. And I was also very bound by depression, slept all the time, would go to bed 9 o'clock at night, not get up until the afternoon, go back to bed at 6. I was always out, in and out of the hospitals. There was a time in my life right before I came to New Hope that the state was actually going to enroll me into an adult foster care program in which they would have taken away my rights. As a young adult, I was only 18 years old. I would have been staying in this place and pretty much been a ward of the state as an adult and had to live in that place. Right before I came here, that's what was going to happen. I was also, because of the mental capability back then, they diagnosed me with various different things, multi-personality disorders, bipolar, pretty much anything you can think of. I was on handfuls of psychotropic medication, and I was actually getting paid to be disabled in my mind at one time. And hundreds of dollars a month was coming in just because I wasn't able to work because of my mind was really out of whack. I came out of also a broken up family, abuse as a young child, and I think that all those things played a role into the lifestyle that I started living. As I got older, I started getting into more things, started getting into alcohol, marijuana, promiscuity for a time in my life. But the primary thing, my main issue was the devil had me bound in my mind. Had me bound thinking that I was nothing, thinking that I was nobody, thinking I was not going to make it in life. Pretty much just took my whole thinking capabilities away. I was like a young child in my mind. And the Lord brought me to New Hope Ministries about 6 years ago, and I got set free. The Lord set me free, delivered me, completely delivered my mind. No longer depressed. I'm able to laugh, I'm able to have joy, I'm able to love other people. I'm no longer on any medication. I was on a bag full of medication, psychotropic medication, migraine medication, sleeping medication, anything you can think of. And the Lord delivered me from all those things. I'm no longer hurting myself, no longer smacking my head, no longer cutting myself, any of those things. All those things were a bondage of the enemy in my life. And the Lord delivered me from all those things. I now have the privilege to work at a school. I'm in college, and being successful in school and in college, and helping young kids. And I know that if God has done it for my life, then He's able to do it for you. There was a time in my life where I would sit in the church pews. I thought it was okay sitting in the church and going to church and living like a Christian in church, but then outside of church, I would live like the devil the rest of the week. And I honestly thought, I'm okay. And everybody around me thought, well, everything's okay. But in reality, what was going on is outside of the church life, outside of Sundays, outside of maybe Wednesdays, I was living like the world. And you can't make it to heaven like that. And I really was deceived into thinking, maybe I'm okay. But back in the back of my mind and deep down in my heart, I knew I was not living right. And it took me coming here, the Lord setting me free, delivering me, bringing me into the Women's Home and New Home Ministries to really change my life around. The Lord just totally flipped my life around. And I realized that it's not just going to church, it's a lifestyle. It becomes a relationship with Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that's gonna help you in life. That's the only thing that's gonna help you be delivered. As a relationship with Jesus Christ. It's not about a religion. It's not about just coming and sitting in a pew. It's about having a prayer life and a word life. It's about living your life wholly unto the Lord according to the Word of God. And I know that if God has set me free and has changed my life and transformed my mind, no longer the way I used to be, then God can do it for you also. God bless you.